Oh, what's up? It's me. It's me, I'm Mario. I'm not actually Mario. As you can probably, this is a stupid fucking. Hey, what's going on? It's me. It's me. It's Skyfire. How's it going? I'm here today, bringing you a video. A Tuesday video. Wow, this is so strange and new, but it's because the topic, I kind of have to put it out before, or like, if I put it on Friday like I normally would, it wouldn't make any sense because, well, as you can probably tell for the 3 tabs I have open, we're talking about Battlefield 2042 today. My expectations, what I hope is going to be in the game, what I already can tell that I love about this game, even though it's not even out. Basically, I'm just going to talk about Battlefield 2042 in general. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, like, just going into everything that I'm really interested about to see what happens. I'm going to stop talking about what I'm going to talk about and actually start talking about the thing I said I was going to talk about. Because, that's what I'm here to do. That's why I'm here. So, okay, that was the most chaotic intro I've ever done, but here, we're just going to start off strong. This is the official reveal trailer, and we're just going to go through each trailer individually, and I'm going to point out stuff, and then I'm going to talk about some other stuff. Stuff. I'm just gonna point out stuff that I really notice about it. First thing I see here, I'm pretty sure that, like, this map looks awesome, and I'm pretty sure there was some kind of map in Battlefield 3 that was like this. Which would be pretty cool, because I never played Battlefield 3, but I kind of wanted to, but then I just kind of didn't. So obviously you got the parachuting down, and then this guy's got a wing. This guy, okay, so he pulls out his wingsuit, right? So the thing, but everyone else in there is parachuting. So does that mean, like, only a certain specialist has the wingsuit, or are the parachutes, like, I don't know, AI, or like what's going on there? I don't know. But if it's only on one specialist, that would kind of suck, because I really think the wingsuit would be it's just generally a great mobility tool that could be used by anyone in general to keep the pacing of the game up. I also want to say right now, I am not a competitive player of Battlefield. I play the most stupid ways. I like to walk forwards all the time. I like to just shoot bad guys. I like to flank. I play really aggressively, but like I don't play competitively. I'm the most casual player out there. So this is all coming from a casual stance. And of course we got that Motley Crue 2-way remix in the back, which I fucking love and I wish was on Spotify. So then we got this thing. It's a robot dog with a fucking gun on it. And I just want to say, I feel like this was in Battlefield 4, and I can't remember what it was called. I think it started with an R, and it was a battle pickup. But this might be one of the 4 new unreleased or unannounced specialists will have. And then, of course, we got some tanks. Alright, so this is pretty cool, because you got the Levolution, as you might imagine, where this thing comes down. So that's back out of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 4. I don't think Battlefield 3 had Levolution. And I don't think neither Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 had Levolution. I think maybe Battlefield 5 had like slight Levolution, and Battlefield 1 had like the craters from explosions, and destructible houses and whatnot, but it wasn't like to the massive scale that Battlefield 4 had. Alright, so we're in this... Okay, right now we're in like a warehouse thing. And the first thing I notice is this guy's gun. What is this? If this is a suppressor, are you sure we're in 2042? Because that looks like it's a suppressor out of like SCP Secret Laboratory. Like this does not look like... If that's a compensator, I can understand it. But that okay, it just doesn't make sense. It's just a nonsensical attachment. That guy's got a shotgun, the M something or other. I don't know the names of guns. This guy has like an AK for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, he has like an AK with a red dot. Maybe that's a Cobra. I'm not sure, but like I don't know what that's about because I mean, he sounds very American, and usually AKMs and other AK models are usually reserved for, like, you know, Eastern European areas. That's usually where those are manufactured and sold. I know there's some in the US, but most American soldiers do not have an AK at all, so I don't know what that's... I don't know what's going on there. But then again, you know, it is a video game, and this is cool. I don't really care about realism. It just kind of makes no sense. I mean, it's not like it's not a gripe. I don't care if a US soldier has an AK-47 or any kind of AK model. I'm just saying in the trailer, it's a bit weird. But I have nothing against it. I'm just noticing it for what it is. Whether or not that's good or bad, that's up to you to decide. Okay. So this is a lot of, like, if you look at the way the bullets are, like, they're, like, glowing. I love that effect. Like, I just love that on guns, where the bullet, like, the tracer of it just glows like it does here. Like, that to me just looks nice. It's a good way to see where your shots are going. And a good way to just, like, show, hey, there's a shot coming towards me. Even if you're not going to react to it because, you know, it's probably a hit scan. That's probably how that works. Hello. Yep. No problem. Oh, okay. So I don't know how this happened because they have, like, what? I'd say that's like 30 guys on the US team. I'm just saying US because the accents sound US. I don't actually know their nationalities. Might be from Canada for all I know. I don't know how they got surrounded. Like, look at this. They're on all the bad guys are on all flanks in right here. And this guy kills him. Mr. Cespinoza. And it's a big warehouse, but like if they're all clumped together, you can't really surround it and win that easily. So I'm not sure about the realism of that. Again, don't really care, just noticing it for what it is. Okay, so there's a big explosion. I don't know how that happened. Maybe a plane we didn't see dropped a JDAM. And now we're in Antarctica. Why are we in Antarctica? Why? There's really not much here. I mean, there's something over there. I think that looks like a ship. I mean, it's set around the fact that, like, climate change has, like, done something or other. Just do something or something like that. I don't really know. But, maybe this is, like, just a frozen over part of Siberia. Or Canada, maybe. This could be Canada. I mean, Canada is literally just this. This is all of Canada. And we got just guys on the ice. And then... gunboat ice. This is a gun ice boat. Which can drift. That is not how ice works. The fan goes this way. The fan, technically, this fan should be going, making it go over here, but somehow it turns back. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe there's like a rudder on the ice that turns it. And then we got snow tank, ice snow tank with a machine gun. Oh no, yeah, look, that's like a Vulcan. That's like a Vulcan cannon. But this thing, it blows up the snow ice boat. So I don't know what that's all about, but that's probably just part of the way they made the animation for this. I mean, more explosions is always a good thing. Or maybe it was this one. Oh wait, I see it. That must be the explosive launcher. And then we got this map, Orbital. This is what they're calling the map, Orbital. This looks cool because right now we've got a bunch of guys on. There's a couple guys fighting over here, and then this is taking off. We've got an MBT down here, and now there's a bunch more guys who got there somehow, and they're all just clumped together fighting. One thing I want to say, in-game, this is never going to happen. People are going to be here and here, shooting, trying to just, like, counter-snipe each other across the platform. If anyone even, walks 1 foot onto it, they're going to get sniped in the head. I'm just saying, that's just how this game works. That's just how all games work. That's just what... There's no cover there, so, like, there's nothing to hide behind. And then the missile launches. This is not a missile. This is a rocket. So my question is, why are they fighting over the area of a rocket launch? Is there something crazy important about this rocket launching? In which case, why don't they just blow up the rocket? I feel like that would make more sense, wouldn't it? And now we're on Hourglass. Hourglass. Obviously, cool map. I cannot wait for this map because what they've shown, and we'll talk about this more in the gameplay trailer, but this map just looks incredible. The reflections and the way the lighting works in here is beautiful. Okay. So something blows up there and there, so I don't know what that is. Okay, so we got, looks like, 2 Apaches trying to kill a little bird. And, you know, we all know what happens in this scene. That would probably never happen because the other guy doesn't know if the little bird's coming around the building, but that would be cool if that did happen. And hey, it's Battlefield. Who knows? Again, we have the laser beam kind of looking bullet effects, which I love. Okay, this is the, that was the specialist right there. This one right here, the, Valk or something like that, I think. German, it's the German lady who shoots people, and makes them have more health. And so the little bird design looks really good. I like this. Now, of course, he knows down everything. And then bonk. So yeah, got bonk. So then, you know, it falls down. And then we got my favorite scene in the entire trailer. Yeah. Because I love dogfighting. It's one of my favorite things to do in Battlefield. So, obviously, pulls, goes, does the Rendazook. And then he gets back in his plane. Pretty cool, huh? I really like that. What I really like next is now we're on the map Kaleidoscope. And so a jet flies by and then another one flies by, and these two, like, these soldiers are like, they're stumbled by the force of it, which is a very good attention to detail. on the animator's behalf. And then they come back, and the one in front crashes. And the other one gets away. And the little bird's back. And then the storm starts. We got Wingsuit Guy, who I think, yeah, there's Wingsuit Guy. Tornado. I'm excited for the tornadoes, especially when it shows like right at the end when you have you can use them to wingsuit around, which would be amazing. We got Espinosa, Mr. Cespinosa over here again. You know, wingsuit man gets sucked into the tornado and then flies out, which I really love to do because I love mobility in games. Anything mobile is my favorite. That's why I already know McKay is going to be my main. Like, that's just a fact. I just know it. That's just what's gonna happen. And then, so that's for the reveal trailer. Now we're gonna move on to the gameplay trailer, which is even more exciting for me, I'd say. So 128 players, biggest, massive thing. I cannot wait for this, especially because the maps are massive as well. So I'm just excited because that means there's constant action, which I'm gonna have a lot of fun times doing. Okay, let's see here. So this one, he is McKay with a 4v9. And he's got, these are the 3 points. So I think this is the, yeah, this is the Antarctica one. If you look, you can see all the Antarctic stuff going on here. This guy is Sundance, so I guess Sundance is the wingsuit guy. He is, flying about with his, there's a helicopter popping flares, and he's flying, and there's a sandstorm on Hourglass, because you can see that's the thing from the reveal trailer. There's apparently a ATV way off in the distance. There's a friendly tank, and that's friendly, and then that's also a friendly. Oh, sorry, I want to say here. This guy has a Crossvec, or K30, I guess they're calling it. Which is literally just a Crossvec. And a big iron with a scope. That's cool. And I don't know what these things are. I think that might be like a grenade and like a motion sensor or something like that. I'm not sure. And then this guy, he's just driving around in LATV. Okay, so this is the no, it's not the boat. This must be, yeah, this is just an LATV. And I don't know what that is. I think that's probably like a speed boost or something. Then this guy's flying around in a Condor, which we see later. But the question I have with this is, what is this? Is this just a transport vehicle, or is this a bomber? I think this one might be a bomber, and you can also see there's a sandstorm, massive over the stadium on Hourglass. And then there's a tank, which you see later, and then this thing taken off. We'll just talk, all these scenes happen later, so we'll talk about them as they come up. So right now, this guy's in a Nightbird, which I'm assuming is just a Night Shark that they rebranded for copyright. And he's got a PBX-9 in 9mm and 45 ACP. So I don't know what that's about, but okay, I guess. What I really like is this guy has looks like a red dot sight on top of his ACOG. First of all, why do you have an ACOG on a PDW? Second of all, that's actually that's actually cool. That's like canted iron sights in Battlefield 4, but actually useful. For once, he's got looks like a Glock with a suppressor on it, and a rocket launcher, and then another rocket launcher, apparently. He has two. I'm not going to question it, but okay. So So he just flies around for a second. There's a jet up there, heli, and another one of those. I'm not sure what that is actually, and another jet up there. They pushed them back, but not far enough. So I'm assuming this is the rush version that I don't know what they're calling it in. Breakthrough, I think. Yeah, this is Breakthrough that they're playing right now. And this, okay, I cannot express to you how much I love this HUD. This HUD for helicopters is perfect. I love it so much. Look at this. Just watch this short clip. That just looks. It just looks perfect. It's so much cleaner than it's been in Battlefield 4, and I think it's the same in Battlefield 3. And just generally how yeah, here it is again. We got speed and altitude in very obvious things. I don't know what this 160 means. I think that, oh yeah, that's compass direction. And then the way it does actually tilt in accordance with the horizon, which is good. So he gets blown up. Also, I want to say something here. So this guy's McKay. And, you know, he's got his grappling hook. He's got a rocket launcher. He's got a big iron without a scope, which is better because it's a big iron. And then he's got a sniper rifle with no scope and a watch turned that way. I can't remember. I know why snipers do that, or just generally soldiers do that. I just can't remember why. I think it doesn't even have to be a soldier. Just people in general do that. I don't know why. I also don't know why there's no scope on a sniper with a bipod. You can tell it's a sniper. It's not even a DMR because it's got a big ass bipod. So I don't know. And then this is my favorite scene. I know I probably have said that a million times. There's so many good scenes, but grappling hook. I want to point out something here. In most games, grappling hook, you shoot it at a surface, it pulls you in a straight line to that surface. Watch it here. You see what that was just there? Okay? Yeah? Alright. So now I'm gonna go to YouTube. What? And I'm going to search up Titanfall 2 grapple. Shut up, Firestone. You cut down stuff in Africa and break shit. So obviously this is a bit more complex, but this is Titanfall 2. You just wait a second for him to grapple something. Because there's also a grappling hook in Titanfall 2. Rest in peace, Titanfall, by the way. Watch this. Grapples onto a surface and slingshots around it. Watch this. Grapples onto a surface, slingshots around it. That is what I like to see. Because I used to play Titanfall so much, until, you know, completely compromised. You are not capable of playing the game anymore, because you will be permanently blacklisted and have your IP leaked to everybody. And that would not be a good thing. So, you can't play TF2 anymore. It's completely compromised, and Respawn's doing jack shit about it. But whatever. So this guy melees, and then... it looks like that's the recharge, like a cooldown on this thing. And then there's a jet up there. And then the Condor again, which... I don't know what this means. It could just be transport. Calls in a tank, which is cool. You just call it in. You don't have to, like, respawn to get a tank. That's super helpful. So that blows up. He shoots at something. There's no crosshair on the third-person cam, apparently, which I like. That makes it a lot more realistic. Shoots a helicopter. Watches this guy in an LATV with a guy in the gunner's seat who shoots down another LATV-4. And then when a plane flies over, a helicopter, and then the storm. I want to also point out here that Delta, I don't know who that is. Apparently, that must be a new one. whatever this is, that looks cool. I think that kind of looks like a, kind of looks like a site or something. I don't know. And then he's got like a, I don't know what this is, but this looks good. That looks nice. And then looks like something out of John Wick, too, actually. John Wick 2. No, John Wick, comma 2, actually. So little bird flies by, crashes, probably due to the storm winds. And then they get into here, and he's got a Glock. So this is, so he says it's Delta. And then he's right there again, and that's our good boy Cespinoza. So that's interesting. I guess Cespinoza it's S Delta Espinoza. Then this guy puts on a red dot, puts on a drum mag and a vertical grab, and everyone's seen the trailer at this point, so we all know. And apparently, I guess this is a suppressor again. And then it's like, bro, that's a whack suppressor. And then I just look at that, and that's just nice, just to be able to change everything on the fly. You can't change weapons, but you can change your attachments, which is just extraordinarily helpful when you're just running anything, really. This guy's using a K30, Big Iron again with the scope on it. This is Sundance again. He's got C4, which he uses to blow up helicopter. Goes on a zip line. Okay. Yep. Pretty normal stuff. Shoots a guy and misses almost all his shots. And then he jumps. And then, if you look, he pulls his wingsuit. He also pulls his wingsuit, but I don't know if that's also Sundance. Because it looks like we've only seen Sundance in, like, with a wingsuit. Yeah, because McKay, who's the guy with the grappling hook, he doesn't have a wingsuit. So I guess that's a Sundance thing. I guess that's for that specialist only. And then helicopter crashes, stuff happens. The back in Antarctica for a second. Boom, bang, just a bunch of explosions. More explosions. That takes off again. We already saw that, but this time it's a longer shot. Wow. And then it just says Battlefield 2042, which that's what I like to see. And actually, before we go into the Battlefield portal, we're gonna look at the open beta trailer, because there's some stuff in here I want to talk about too. So first thing is, right now he's also in the Nightbird. This is, I don't know who this is, but I think this is not Boris, the sniper guy, because that looks like a motion sensor symbol if I've ever seen one. He's got a Glock and a DMR. And this again, an amazing HUD for the jet. Look at that. Look at that HUD. That is a very nice HUD. He's got a 25mm cannon and looks like 2 heat-seeking missiles. And he's in an SU-57. And they got rid of the stupid shit from Battlefield 5 where you had to reload on ammo in a vehicle. So he shoots it, and then the locking on looks very good as well. And just the explosions in general are really cool. They're definitely a lot more heavy on the yellow fiery parts of it than the black ash parts of it, which I really noticed is a big thing in Battlefield 4, which I hate because it just doesn't work well. It just doesn't look good. But this looks great. The explosions in general look awesome. So that tank gets blown up. This map, I don't know what this map is, but this looks cool. Like with a Cosmodrome or something. I don't actually know what those are. But one of those in there, which looks cool. We got Casper. Yep, that's Casper. Oh, yeah, Casper with, he has the, drone. He's a sniper. And then we're in a... Okay, Nightbird. Here we go. We're actually flying the Nightbird. Looks like it's also... Yeah, it has rocket packs, which is definitely better than the Little Bird. Well, maybe the Nightbird is the Little Bird, and I'm just stupid. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so this is the Little... I've been calling it the Little Bird, but I guess it's actually a Nightbird. It has rockets instead of, like, right off the bat, and a minigun instead of just a minigun when you start out, and then heat seekers. Both of which suck on their own, and together they don't really do much. Then this guy, if you look, so that gets blown up. And then this guy, he's got a, he's Boris, and he's got an FSX 45, I think. He hip fires this guy. And then there's some driving stuff, All Out War. This, okay, perfect. This is actually good to look at. He's Rad. I don't know who Rad is, but oh yeah, I guess Rad's the guy with this thing. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. This guy using the PBX 45 kills this guy, Mr. Tilbuine, with his ACOG scope when he's got the red dot right there. But I guess the magnification on that sight wasn't actually that big. Because he only zooms out a slight bit, so maybe you can change it, which would be very helpful. And then this one actually explodes, so I guess it can explode, which is cool. There it goes, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. And then, now we're gonna go to the Battlefield Portal trailer, which is also awesome. So right off the bat, we got that classic dun 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 dun, and we're Mr. Dozer Cespinoza. What Delta? His name's Delta, I guess. And then he's got a tracer dart firing from which you see later in the trailer. And actually, I want to stop right here. I'm going to turn down the playback speed all the way to 0.5. So, tracer dart thing. A SPAS 12. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. An M1... It's a fucking M1 Garand. Which, I love the fact that they... If you listen closely, they put a ping, like a Garand ping, right on that. Like, everything else is just dun-dun-dun. It's like a chong-chong-chong, and then ching for the Garand, which is, that's just funny, I think. So, SPAS 12, something, an M1 Garand, an AK, an M4, a Thompson, a M6, I think, and then an M249. Then a Spitfire, an F-35, a Little Bird, a Venom, a Snow Tank, a Jeep, a fucking Willys Jeep, and there was an ATV there too. And then he's all the different people. And a bunch of different maps as well. So let's see if I can recognize any of these maps. I don't recognize that one. Or that one. That's Hourglass. I think that's the one from that's either Silk Road or that's from Battlefield 1, the desert one, you know. Then there's Kaleidoscope, and then this is from Battlefield 5, I think. And then I don't know what I think, yeah, this is Caspian Border. You can see the thing up there, which is good. I love Caspian Border. So they're all heading out. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so Caspian Border. This is from Battlefield 1. I can't remember the name of the map. But I do remember that specific location. I've been there several times. That's a Bad Company map and a Bad Company grenade. So I guess this is a Battlefield. No, this is maybe it's yeah, this is Battlefield 5. You can see, you know, it's the Nazis that they're fighting. Guy gets defibbed, which is pretty funny. And then a guy in a Viper shreds. Actually, that's an Apache because it's got a minigun this time. Shreds a bunch of Nazis. Dog gets killed by an EOD bot, who then gets run over by an ATV. And then a little bird, that's definitely a little bird. That's just undeniably a little bird. A Spitfire is chasing a stealth jet. Not the best idea, who was ever in that Spitfire. Especially because he gets shot by a tracer dart, which that was in Bad Company 2. And then Rocket tracks that and hits it and blows it up. And then they have a big defib versus knife battle. Bam, 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 bam. So listen closely. He says heads up before defibbing a guy's head. Listen. I think that's funny. So they just all kill each other. And then there's a storm with a Spitfire that comes out of it at a very high velocity. Jesus Christ. Kills a bunch of Nazis. Now they're on... I don't know if these guys are Nazis, these guys. But they've got... They're versus they're on Hourglass now. Which is pretty interesting to have just a bunch of guys with M1s and like M1 Garands and Thompsons on Hourglass. And then EOD bots with fucking C4 attached to them. A Spitfire flies through a bunch of people parachuting and wingsuiting into Kaleidoscope. It's gonna fly. I just think that's cool. That's just pretty funny. Like, that's the classic thing of just fucking launching a vehicle with your friend C4. And then, okay, I love how it says change the rules of war. It's just like, does that mean the Geneva Conventions don't apply anymore? Just food for thought. And then the thing falls down on Caspian Border. All the wires break and it falls down. And that's that's it for the Battlefield Portal trailer. Which yeah, that's it for that. But I want to say, I watched. Oh, let's see here. It was somewhere. It's under here. Who's this? I watched this specific video. Was there something I missed here? No, there was not. Good. Okay. So I watched this. I'm not going to play it because it's 15 minutes long, and I already watched it. But basically, what there is that some of the big takeaways is that there's going to be AI bots, so you can just play solo against bots, which I love. That's what I love doing in all games. It helps me learn my loadout, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. It's just generally a good tool to have. I think that's going to be great, especially like if you load into a server with your friend and you just form a squad versus a co-op squad versus bots, and just to learn loadouts or try out tactics, and then you go into a real server and try to make it there and see how it works. Which I think that's cool. I like that. I respect that. Okay, good. I was worried for a second that there was something in here that would be potentially doxing, but no, nothing. Just Adobe stuff. For some reason, it says I don't care what the weather is in Washington. I don't live in Washington, and I don't know why you think I would. But there's going to be bots with AI, which I really think is going to be cool. mobility options, the specialists with their stuff. Just generally, this is going to be a really awesome game. But I have some expectations that I'm going to be disappointed if they're not met. And those are the simple things like the gameplay loop. I do not want to have to spend the best years of my life sitting on the ground doing nothing. And I don't expect like a thing where you can just skip the waiting for someone to revive you and just where you just go straight back to deploy again. Even though that would be actually very helpful, I don't want it to be you have like an animation where you spend like 3 years lying on the ground. Like, I'm fine with waiting like 5 seconds and then going back to the main menu. But if you're making me sit there for 30 seconds, that's not gonna work out. That just isn't. It ruins the pacing of the game. And spawning. Spawn locations is a big thing that needs to be addressed in this game. You need to spawn. If you spawn on a squad mate, you should spawn right on top of them. Even if they're in combat, you should be able to spawn on them. But that specific opinion is it's just my opinion that should be how you if you should be able to spawn on your buddy if he's in combat. But it would be a bit weird if, like, you're shooting a guy and he suddenly splits off by mitosis and both of them are shooting you now and you die, that just wouldn't make sense. So I'd say probably a health threshold would be good. Like, if your teammate is if your squad mate's under half health, then you can't spawn on them. But because of health regeneration, if they stay behind cover, not engaging the enemy, then they'll be regenerating health above 50 health, and then you can spawn on them. And then help them in that engagement, which would work, because that's just generally, those are just a couple of ideas. But you need to have a good consistent gameplay loop of action, dying, respawning, action. It shouldn't be action, dying, waiting, respawning, action, dying, waiting, respawning, action, dying, waiting, respawning, action. You should just cut out all the waiting. Waiting is never something you want to be able to do, which is good. They have done that. They have done that with the calling in of anything, really. Just because you can call in whatever you want. You can call in any vehicle. So you need a vehicle on you. Hold on. There you go. I'm just gonna put that up. If you need a vehicle on you, if you need a tank right on you, you call on a tank, it'll come by, you go over, you get in it, and then you go and fight with the other tanks. So you don't have to redeploy or go find one somewhere scattered across the map. You can just call one in. And I'm not sure if that's going to be like point-based, so you call it in if you have enough points in that life or something like that. And I'm not sure how helicopters and jets would work that way. I think you just spawn into those on the redeploy screen, because if you didn't, that would be a bit OP. And also, you could probably get jets in places jets are not supposed to be, which would be very funny, but probably not very good, because you probably wouldn't be able to take off in them. But there's no more fighting over, like, who has a tank, who has a anti-aircraft gun, who has what. That's all out the window, which is good. It shouldn't be there shouldn't be people who want to have a vehicle who can't have a vehicle. It should be people who want a vehicle, do a bit of stuff, and then they can get a vehicle. Not they have to sit on the main menu waiting for one of their vehicles to die and then wait for it to respawn. Because that's just not fun. So I'm excited for this game. I think they will address the issues I've said, but just in general, yeah, I'm stoked. I cannot wait for Wednesday when I'm gonna be able to download this game, and then I'm gonna play it for as much as possible. I'm gonna play it all the time, and then I'm gonna make videos of it. As you've probably seen from the short I put out Sunday. on October 10th. I'm going to be putting out my reactions, my full opinion and reaction on Friday. I will be putting out a smaller, very short, like maybe 1 minute, 2 minute video, maybe 3 minutes if I have a lot to say, basically saying just the slightest bit, but I need Saturday and Friday to really experience as much as possible before I can create a full-length video. Expect on Friday maybe a 2-3 minute video of just me, like my very, very, very most bare bones impressions. I'm basically I'm just gonna say, like what I think about. I'm gonna give my opinion on the AI bots, the pacing, and that's about it. I'm just basically gonna say what I think of how the AI works and whether or not it's trash or not, and I'm also gonna talk about the pacing of the game, whether or not you're staying in action long enough. If I have any major gripes that just spontaneously come up, I'll talk about those, but that probably won't happen because I can already tell this is shaping up to be really fun. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now because I've been talking for a very long time, so I'd rather not be talking for so long. So bye-bye. I will see you later. Like and subscribe so you don't miss another Battlefield 2042 video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.